Welcome into the Nashville Game Changers podcast. I'm your host, Jill Jelnick. I had the privilege a little over a year ago to do one of my favorite stories of all time. With the help of our chief photog, Ryan Brooker, we did the story on the Jordan Thomas Foundation, which is a foundation here in Nashville that supports and raises money for kids that need prostheses, whether it's a prosthetic leg, whether it's a prosthetic arm, you name it. These kids need help. And the Jordan Thomas Foundation actively fights to help them every single day. And they are celebrating their 20-year anniversary, which is why I'm so excited for our guest this week, the founder, Jordan Thomas himself. Round of applause, my friend.
Yeah, yes. You are bringing the heat this morning.
Course.
I love it.
Are you kidding me? Anytime I'm with you, I automatically feel like we are helping inspire and making an impact on a community that needs a lot of help.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think there's a big shortage of that. The reality is there's so many of these stories out there. I think we're just inundated with all the nonsense so often. So I appreciate you having this platform to inspire.
Of course. So, yes. Yeah. I want to talk about the anniversary. You guys have a fun event coming up. August 14th at the Franklin Quarry, which is a beautiful venue.
Yes, ma'am.
So definitely want to talk about that. But first, for our listeners that don't know the story of Jordan Thomas, that are not familiar with the Jordan Thomas Foundation, please, Jordan, tell us how you got started and your journey.
Yeah, so it really, for me, it started, I got on a boat one afternoon in Florida as a 16-year-old in 2005, and I jumped into the water, was pushed behind the boat, and, my mom put the boat into gear suddenly to try to get out of the way, and I was pulled into the propeller, and I knew instantly that something was terribly, terribly wrong, and my parents did a great job of keeping me alive, frankly. I mean, we were 7 miles off the coast, so it took a long time to get back, and so I was lucky enough to survive, and throughout my recovery, that was the first time I was ever exposed to amputation or to kids that needed prostheses, and I had no idea that families simply couldn't afford to get their kids the legs and arms they needed to be kids. And as a 16-year-old, it was just unacceptable. I mean, that's just it wasn't this massive, the skies didn't part and I got this message in the middle of the night. It was this is crazy. How is this possible that kids are denied access to prosthetics? So I realized that we needed to do something, and so I started the foundation in the hospital.
What's so remarkable about your story is how young you were when this all happened. You said 16 back in 2005. Deciding and thinking, creating the foundation is one thing, but that also came from such a traumatic moment in your life. Going back to that day on the boat when your parents were there and essentially helped save you. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I think on the boat ride, it was the most peaceful I've ever been in my life, in the sense that I felt the presence of something significantly bigger than me, and I was in a place where I was fully willing to kind of accept the outcome. I don't know, it's beyond kind of description, really. But, as soon as I knew I was kind of out of the woods from a survival standpoint, it was I recognized the privilege. I recognized that I would never be denied access to prosthetics. And I realized the reality that the majority faces. So from that place of privilege and what was kind of instilled in me as a kid, which is that of you're of service to people. You are given this privilege and now it's your responsibility to do something with it. And I saw that growing up throughout my life. So for me, it was just a natural response of, here's a problem, let's be a part of the solution, and let's help some kids.
The other big part of your journey and your story is you are a wonderful golfer, talented golfer, and you were golfing at the Baylor School.
Excuse me. Edit that
out. Any Chattanoogan listening to that right now just had a little
that's a
yikes.
Cringe.
You were at Macaulay and you were an up and coming golfer with dreams of playing at the college level.
Yeah.
And in one afternoon, those dreams shifted. How did you make peace with that, especially as a competitive athlete?
Yeah, I think I did. I had a vision and a dream of playing at least collegiately. And quickly I realized that dream had died. The amazing thing that a new dream was born, that dream being that of showing up and supporting these kids. And so it was a quick pivot, and that's the reality of life, right? Is that things just can change on a dime. And that's what happened for me. And so I pivoted and a new dream was born. And we've been living it out for 20 years,
I also love that this idea and dream of the foundation happened when you were in the hospital.
Yeah.
You were looking around, and how long did it kind of take you to collect yourself and also realize that there are so many others that do not have access, that do not have the money for prostheses?
Yeah, for me, as a 16-year-old, I didn't know anything about starting a foundation, or I just was very committed to doing something, right? And it was first sort of suggested like, well, let's make a donation. And it was like, that's not enough. Like, we've got to do something to sustain change here and really be a game changer, right? Shout out.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's like, we got to do something more here. And so really, I had a group of people around me that had the ability to sort of recognize, hey, we need to start a foundation here. And so lucky to be able to lean into the community of people that supported me to make it happen.
There are so many misconceptions when it comes to prostheses, prosthetic legs, arms, you name it. And I think the one that I couldn't believe was how quickly kids, as they're growing, how quickly they need a new prosthetic leg, a new prosthetic arm, roughly 18 to 24 months before they need a new one.
Maybe not even that. Maybe not even get 2 years out of it. Sometimes it's 8 to 14 months. And a lot of what we do at the foundation is the direct result of insurance companies being unwilling to cover prosthetics. And so kids need specific devices to do the things that they love. So if a kid wants to run, they need a running blade, right? A leg that's specifically built to do the thing that they want to do. And so that's what we do, is we provide activity limbs predominantly. But we're also working on the advocacy front to change legislation, right? To say, hey, insurance company, this is medically necessary. I mean, they will literally say to a family that your child's running blade is not medically necessary. I literally can't think of anything more medically necessary for a kid. And so we're trying to make progress here in Tennessee to change the legislation.
How is that going? I know you've taken some significant strides when it comes to talking to Congress and trying to get better legislation passed.
Yeah, it's a struggle. I mean, it's a fight. I mean, the reality is insurance industry and that lobby is a powerful one, right? And so they have a lot of sway and they have a lot of ability to influence policy. And, they're a pretty bitter adversary, to be honest. But here's the reality is we're on the right side of history. And the more you have the opportunity to share that message with people, the better your chances get. So it's really a matter of time. So I'm chopping wood, and we're just gonna keep doing it. And I'll tell you, I would hate to be Blue Cross.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. And the Jordan Thomas Foundation, meanwhile, while actively fighting those big congressmen and women, you guys are also supporting families and raising money to help provide those prostheses and provide a community as well. Yeah. Please share how much and how would you even describe the impact of the Jordan Thomas Foundation over the last 20 years?
It's beyond anything I ever imagined. I think what I'm most proud of is how we've evolved as an organization. We first started with, well, let's provide the prosthetic device so they can physically return to the things they love. What we neglected and what a lot of people didn't see in my own personal journey was the emotional, psychological toll that losing a limb or limbs had on me. And so for us to be a resource for families, not just for the mental health component, but as a community, to say, hey, you're new to limb loss. Why don't you learn from me and let us walk along this path alongside you to make your journey just a little bit easier? Because it's filled with uncertainty. It's filled with setbacks. It's filled with so much darkness at times. So for us to be kind of a beacon of hope and light for them that's where the juice is, That's where the feel good moments are. That's where you wake up every day and go, it's bigger. No question.
We when we did the story for Fox 17, Brooker and I had the chance to meet some of your recipients for the Jordan Thomas Foundation, some of the kids. And God, if you are having the worst day in the world, all you have to do is hang out with them for a second.
100%. I mean, they're that automatic perspective is just automatic when seeing them, right? And it's like a story in grace and hope and perseverance and resilience and it just goes to show that when we give kids the opportunity, look at what they go do and how like I just imagine like what they represent within their community, and that we have nearly 200 kids now. And so it's like we have them in 30 states, right? And so I just think about so often like the impact and the ripple effect of the work that we do.
You're listening to the Nashville Game Changers podcast with Jordan Thomas. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. The other part that I love about your story, Jordan, is that you've continued to play golf.
Yeah.
And not only just, let me pick up a couple clubs play 18 this weekend. You are a competitive golfer, and just recently we're in the U.S. Adaptive Open, a tournament you won back in 2022.
Yeah, I am. I'm a competitive golfer, and the reality is I play golf because it's an awesome opportunity to like be with people that you love, right? Like competitive golf isn't really not really my thing, but I kind of begrudgingly do it because I've just been gifted with this ability, right? And so, and it offers a platform, right? And so, the U.S. Adaptive Open was great. We played in Washington this year. I finished second and deeply disappointed with that. And so that's a little fire for the next 337 days until next year. And but like this summer, it was amazing. I was the first double amputee to ever qualify for the state amp. And so anytime there's been 100 plus of something and you're the first is pretty special. All able-bodied. There's like 100 and I forget how many, 140 players in the field, and like there's one player with a disability.
You were the only one with a double amputee.
Yeah, all able-bodied.
And you finished second.
Oh well, no, that was the other. Open.
Yes,
second.
yes.
But yeah, the state am. I mean, it's just an amazing thing of like to compete against able-bodied people. It's, it's pretty special. Yeah.
How, for those that aren't familiar with the U.S. Adaptive Open, how would you kind of categorize the different levels of it and where it stacks when it comes to professional golf?
Yeah, no, the quality of golf is beyond comprehension. I mean, it's amazing. But what they do is there's kind of an overall tournament, and then they break into different impairment categories. Yeah. So I'm a multiple limb amputee. There's short stature players. There's intellectual impairment players. And so it's just the best adaptive golfers in the world. And seated players. I mean, guys that are literally in wheelchairs and hitting a golf ball a mile and would beat 98% of people listening to this would get waxed by these guys.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. Golf is hard enough as it is. And then throw in any sort of disability. And that's got to be so difficult. But you find so much joy in it. Totally.
It is. I mean, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing community. It's an amazing opportunity to feel connected to something bigger. I just am super grateful for not just the adaptive golf community, but golf as a whole. I mean, it's such a huge part of my life.
What would you say is your strength on the golf course? Is it your driver? Is it the irons?
I don't
short
know.
Game?
Man, let's see.
Depends on the weekend.
Yeah, totally. It matters. Yeah. I'm just kind of scrappy. I don't it doesn't look very pretty. I'm not very pretty, but it's just kind of scrappy, and I find a way to get it in the hole.
Muscle it out. That's what I like to say with my driver. I just muscle it out. Just hit it as hard as I can.
That's 100%. Dig it out of the dirt.
Oh, man. Let's talk a little bit about your anniversary coming up, special event. And first of all, for anybody that is interested in more information about the Jordan Thomas Foundation, jordanthomasfoundation.org.
Yep. Exactly.
And there's also information about the anniversary dinner there.
Yep.
How excited are you for that night?
Yeah, I'm really thrilled. I mean, it's first of all, it's unbelievable that it's been 20 years. I mean, that truly is beyond comprehension. The amazing thing for me is that there will be people there that have been with us from the very beginning, in the middle, and are new to JTF and the work we do. And so it's this amazing opportunity, I think, to celebrate just what we've been able to accomplish. I think I'm guilty sometimes of not looking in the rear view and recognizing how much we've done and how far we've come. I'm constantly looking at what needs to be done next. How do we strategically grow? And it's so I think to take an opportunity, to take a night to celebrate just the amazing impact that we've had, I think it's just going to be a joyous, amazing event.
Visually see the impact you're having on these families. Right?
It's wild. We just had the family reunion for JTF. We had about 60 kids there.
Wow.
And we did some interviews with families, and they would say things like, we had to cancel vacations for 5 years to save for Liam's leg that he could wear for 8 months. We couldn't upgrade our house because we had to save for Liam's leg. So Liam, for the first time, is at the JTF family reunion, and we say, don't worry about it. For the rest of your kid's life, we'll take care of him. Right? And you're like, think about a burden, lifted. It's pretty powerful.
How does that make you feel when you hear something like that?
It's unreal. I mean, it's beyond. And for me, it's a big sense for why I exist as a human being is to do that. That's literally why I exist. And so, it adds fuel, it adds gratitude. But it's even really hard to comprehend the relief,
You mentioned how much you're always constantly looking towards the future, looking forward. What more can we do?
Yeah.
What is the long-term vision for the Jordan Thomas Foundation?
Yeah, I think there's so much opportunity in the advocacy space to pass legislation. I mean, I think there's no reason why a nonprofit needs to be filling the gap that insurance companies aren't willing to pay. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous. So I think we're going to make a concerted effort on the legislation front. I think we have an opportunity to manufacture prosthetics and make them cheaper so we can get them to more people in the United States and globally. And then I think there's a real opportunity for us around the community aspect. Because I see the power of community and what it means for families. And so those are my big 3 pillars that I'm driving.
Gosh, those are big pillars, but such an important cause.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a gift. I mean, it truly is a gift. And it helps me to make sense out of something that was incredibly tragic for me and for my family, right? And so to be able to devote time and energy and purpose and my passion for that to be there, it's 20 years reflecting. I mean, it really is it's a gift. That's all it is. It's a gift. And it's a privilege.
I got a chance to meet your parents, your wonderful parents. Oh my goodness. So welcoming, so warm. You just feel a light when you meet them. Yeah. I love them so much. This has been a journey for them.
Totally. I think that's it. I think often I'm the one that's doing the interviews and gets, it's the Jordan Thomas Foundation. The reality is it's taken a village, and those that are closest to me have had it probably the roughest. And I know for a fact, they would trade for me in an instant, they would trade places. So it has been a journey, and it is. That's what limb loss does, is it impacts the family system. It's not just the kid, it's everybody. It's the siblings, it's the parents. So they themselves, they've had just an incredible journey of healing. And my hope is that they just continue to heal,
Stay with us. You're listening to the Nashville Game Changers podcast with Jordan Thomas. We'll be right back after this. Before we let you go, I want to finish with our In My Opinion segment. I know you and we could talk about sports all day long, but this is also where you could free range whatever you want. What's been lighting fire underneath you lately?
Man, this is crazy. The first thing that occurs to me is it's got to be football, right? It's are we changing the first down thing to make it electronic?
We're looking at it.
That's criminal.
We're looking at. You're a purist. You're a football purist, aren't you?
No. We have a chain gang running in from 40 yards away, thinking that they're going to spot a football from, you know what I mean? Like that Bills game, that playoff game. If that's not a first down, I'll eat my hat. Yeah. And no, it turnover on downs, and I lost some money on that game. So I'm a little resentful. It's it's 2025. Can we grow up? So there's a hot take. I don't know what's been lighting my fire. Man, that family reunion, I don't know. That's the thing for me of holy cow. Yeah. When you see the real human impact and you see a father in tears saying my son's life and my family's life changed as a result of meeting you, you're like, dude, what? So that's been lighting the fire quite a bit lately.
I bet. I can imagine that. Nashville is also, as I've lived here now, just hit 4 years. Thank you. My 4-year anniversary. Learned so much about Middle Tennessee, this community, and how it is the center, literally and figuratively, of Tennessee. I'm surprised that there aren't more people that are trying to help in that same community. I'm surprised that when I did some more digging, you guys were the first and front of everybody when it comes to helping give back to kids with disabilities. And I think that's what I think that might be an area where we need to grow as a community, grow as a city, grow as a state, whatever you want to call it, region. Yeah. I think we need more people like you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. No, I totally agree. I think it's one of those things that for many, and I was guilty of it. unless it impacts you directly, you don't really have a passion for it, right? And so I think for me, the key is that of like awareness. So often, like I still face that, like people with this blatant lack of awareness, or I mean, I'll be like checking out to get like a frozen pizza at Kroger, and someone's like, "What happened?" It's like this wild thing of like we've just got to grow some awareness as to like the disability community, and not just that, but like what a beautiful gift we are to humanity. You know what I mean?
You still get that a lot when people point out your legs, go, what's going on there? Do you ever get like weird looks? Like, what's wrong with him? No.
I just get like weird, like this idea that somehow someone's like entitled to my story because I'm like wearing shorts. You're like, what? Like, no, you tell me about your trauma first and then I'll tell you. And then what trauma, how about that? You know, it's like, no, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Jordan, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for coming on, and also obviously so excited for your 20-year anniversary. Yeah. Congratulations. August 14th in Franklin at the Quarry.
Greystone Quarry.
Greystone Quarry. Beautiful venue.
Yeah.
And anybody that is looking for more information can go to your website, jordanthomasfoundation.org.
That's right. Thank you.
No, thank you. We've become friends over the last 2 years, and I love cheering you on whenever you're competing in golf, and then obviously in the community for everything you do. So thank you. You are a Nashville Game Changer.
Let's go. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for having me and for the work you do. I mean, it's incredible. Both of you. Both of you. I want you to really hear that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to the Nashville Game Changers podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for our new guest. And also be sure to check us out online on YouTube, social media, and wherever you get your podcasts. And when you're there, please like and subscribe.